Welcome. In front of me is a Realme 9 Pro, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. So to get started, I'm going to begin with the personalization tab in the settings. So let's open up settings, and right at the top you will find personalizations. Now in here you have a couple things that you can personalize, which is a little bit more than you can do on a lot of the phones. So as you can see, we have icons, so you can change icon packs. Now this is what you can do basically on every device. If you can do it on a device, you can do it through a launcher obviously, but here you have it built in, which is nice. Now when you download different icon packs, you can then change them right here easily and quickly, along with changing the icon size. What is this? This just changes the icon a tiny bit. Okay. We have show app names, so if you don't want to show app names, you can just completely remove them and have only the apps itself. And when you go back, we have things like quick settings. So this allows you to change the color, shapes, and so on of these toggles right here. So you can choose this. Hopefully you can change the color. There we go, color is right here. So from here, you can change it to be whatever we want. We can do it through a wheel. We can have it picked by the wallpaper, so when you change the wallpaper it will adjust it based on that, and yeah, there we go. And obviously you have the wallpaper, but that is a typical kind of thing. So once you have changed that, you can see that it also affected everything in here already. It's a nice way to customize your phone just a little bit. Now moving on to the next option, it's going to be the dark mode, which can be found under the display and brightness. And here you will have the toggle and you can turn it on, and there you go. As you can see, it is now in dark mode. Now apart from just the typical switch from light to dark mode, you also have the auto switch, which is a nice inclusion. You can select auto switch and then have it sunset to sunrise, which will basically switch it from based on the time of day virtually. You can do it this way, which is the easy way because it defines it for you, or you can have it custom, which is a scheduled route. So you can select what time you want it to switch to dark mode. So you will provide a time that it starts dark mode and ends it. It functions similarly as a do not disturb mode. Now moving on to the next option, which is also under the display, it is the Vivid Color Enhancer, as you can see right over here. Once you tap on it, it gives you a side-by-side image, which is divided, kind of how it will affect the image. So you can enable this, and there you go. It just enhances the image by adding a little bit more color, a little bit more pop to it, making the shadows be a little bit more, well, it really depends. It just makes the image look a little bit better. Now, you can see hopefully on this kind of the difference. This is a little bit more vibrant, has deeper shadows and just overall brighter image, while this is more kind of like washed out, grayed out. So if this side of the image is something that you like more, then by all means enable this, and that's all you need to do. It will affect the entire phone all the time. And while we're still in the display section, we can now scroll down and select the display refresh rate. Let's scroll down, where is it? Oh, there we go. Refresh rate right here. Now we have it set to auto, which will automatically switch between 120 and 60. Now this will be the best option for majority of the people, but for other people that, for instance, want to prioritize battery life, you might want to keep it on standard. This will lock the display to 60 Hertz, giving you just that and nothing more. So you'll have the typical phone experience. It won't look as great as it does right now, but also you'll have a little bit better battery life because of it. And for people that, I don't know, for instance, play games and the automatic select doesn't really work too well, you can switch it to 120 to lock it, and in games it should force it to that frame rate without giving it option to, well, go to 60 hopefully. So there we go. Now I'm going to be sticking with auto just because it is for me the best option. And last thing that I wanted to show is the gesture navigation, which can be found under settings, but going all the way down to system settings and then system navigation. you'll have gestures. So I believe it gives me the option to select if I want to gesture or buttons throughout the setup of the phone, but if you have selected it kind of automatically without thinking about it, you can change it in here. So if you prefer gestures but you stuck with the buttons, you can change it right here. And if you want to switch it back to buttons, or maybe you had it the other way around, whatever the case may be, you can switch it in here to your desired navigation method. So there we go. Now this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I want to share with you, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.